Hey guys, welcome to Small Business Management, Business 230. This is Section 100 AS for summer 2015. My name is Rob Harris, and I'm going to be the instructor for this class. Thank you for following the instructions and clicking on this video. The purpose of this is to just kind of welcome you to class and let you know what's expected of you and to get you off on the right step. So keep in mind that this is a summer school class, and we're going to cover the same amount of coursework that we would in a typical 16-week semester. This class only lasts 8 weeks, so that means we're going to be covering, for most weeks, about 2 chapters a week. There's going to be some reading that goes along with it, some homework assignments, and of course some quizzes. So do not let yourself get behind. It's really fast paced, but you'll be glad to get it knocked out in half the time. Alright, at any point, please give me a call or email me. Stop by my office in the McGee building. I'm going to show you in just a second all my contact information, but like I said, I'm here to help you. I want you to do okay, but you have to let me know if you're struggling, alright? Before you can get anything accomplished in this class, before you can log in and start on any of the work or anything, you're going to need to click on this right here. It says Summer 2015 Attendance Verification Assignment. So click on that. It'll be about 4 really quick multiple choice questions, and then it will open up the rest of the course to you. Let's take a look at the syllabus. Okay, here's a little bit about the class. Here's some contact information for me. That's my phone number. This is my office, room 304. And this is my email address. This is by far the best way to get up with me. If I'm at my house or wherever, I'm constantly checking my email. I'll hear it ping in the background or whatever, and I'll run over and see what the issue is, and I'll get back to you just as quickly as I can. So feel free to get up with me. Like I said, even if I'm at my house, if you have a question, shoot me an email and I'll give you a ring or whatever. The textbook for this class, it's this long necker text. It's called Small Business Management, 17th edition. The one that's available at the bookstores is a loose leaf book, and it's bundled with MindTap. This is kind of like Cengage or one of the other homework management systems that you've probably used before, and that's where you're going to be completing your quizzes, and that's where you're going to be completing your homework assignments. Course attendance policy mandates that you are present for 80% of the course, and so not turning in your weekly work is going to count as an absence. So please make sure that you do your work. If you're getting behind, it's really easy to rack up some zeros, and it would be a shame for you to have to wait and retake this class again next summer. Late work and missing exam policy. Late work's not going to be accepted. Now, I'm a reasonable guy, so if you're in the hospital or if a family member is in a car accident or something, please just let me know, and do your best to let me know before the passing of the due date. The grading plan for this course. Let's not wait until the very end of the class to look into this. It might be a little too late to bring your scores up at that point. We're going to be using a 10-point grading scale, okay? And you're going to do quizzes and assignments for each chapter in the book that we cover, and they're going to count for 50% and 50%. So this is kind of like a chapter test, each chapter, and this is going to be a homework assignment. Okay, and I'll show you each of those here in just a minute. And please make sure that you take a look at the schedule. You'll notice that the very first week, it's going to take you a little bit of time to get logged in and get squared away and get set up, so we're only going to cover 1 chapter, and then the remaining weeks we're going to go all the way through to chapter 15. These are the due dates, 11:55 p.m., and these are all Sunday due dates. Okay, so you might want to print that out just to make sure you don't allow yourself to get off track, or you don't want to work on the wrong chapter or anything like that. Okay, let's go back to the course now. Alright, so we've discussed the attendance verification assignment, we've discussed the syllabus, now these announcements. If something happens and I need to change the due date, or who knows what might take place, a hurricane comes or something like that, I'm going to be using these announcements to get a hold of you. And these are going to be sent to your official community college email address, so please make sure that you check that. It'd be a shame for you to find out something a day late and a buck short. So make sure you check those regularly. Now, I've mentioned MindTap a couple times. you're going to want to click on this in just a second, but let me show you kind of what we're going to do here. For this first week, as I mentioned down here, it says we will only cover one chapter this week. Since it is the first week, we will cover 2 chapters per week from here on out. And so once you've gotten set up with MindTap, each week you'll come in, you'll log in, and you'll be able to see, there's a link here to take you to to MindTap, and you'll complete whatever chapters are listed, okay? So let's see here for this. Like I said, by the first due date, you only need to do this first chapter. So what is MindTap? Let's click on this and take a look. So when you click on Getting Started with MindTap, it's going to take you to this place right here, and there's links, and it tells you all this stuff, and it's going to take you a second to internalize all this stuff, to sit here and read through it. But basically, MindTap, like I said, it's very similar to Cengage. There's videos, there's quizzes, there's flashcards, a glossary, all that stuff, and I'm going to walk you through it in just a second. But in order to get started, you need to copy and paste this into your browser, and just follow the directions. So if you bought this at the bookstore, you already have an access code. Okay, so there's an access code that you get from paying for it, and there's also the one here, this course key right here. Okay, so when you copy and paste this in, this is telling them that this is my class. There's a lot of people that use this book, and you don't want to accidentally enroll in somebody's course in a community college in Minnesota or Wisconsin or somewhere. So this tells them here, this is like the social security number for this specific course. So you can either, like I said, just copy this, but in order to get to go to the right place to get started, you're going to copy that, come up to the top, and paste it in. And let's see what it looks like after that. Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing. They give you a free trial, so sometimes people will have trouble getting money for books. So just know that they're going to give you until 11:59 p.m. on the 8th of June as a free trial. All right? So once you follow the instructions and gotten everything set up with MindTap, and please, by the way, let me know if you have any difficulties. I'll be glad to help you. They also have tech support as well. But you'll notice this first week here, this very first week, you'll notice that there's a couple things that you're going to do. Now ignore this. You won't actually see this pre-test. It didn't look like it was very helpful, so I've gotten rid of that. But there's chapter 1 here if you want to read that. There's flashcards. There's a video here. There's your assignment. And then there is the post-test. This is when I say quizzes, this is what I'm talking about. So the post-test quizzes here, these count for half of your grade, and these are going to count for the other half. So let's take a look here. What if you're out of town, something fun's going on in the summer, and you realize, oh man, I forgot my book. We're halfway to Myrtle Beach, we've got to turn around. Well, I know if my wife told me that, I'd say, well, we better find another way to make it work, because we're almost there. There's no way I'm going to turn this vehicle around. Well, you'll be in luck, because look, there's an ebook. So you can click on this, chapter 1. Here you go. It'll take you through the entire chapter, right? So this is kind of cumbersome to use, but if you're in a pickle, it's a heck of a lot better than turning around and driving home to get your book or taking a 0, right? There's flashcards here. All sorts of flashcards here. So it'll allow you to flip the card and see the definition. We're gonna, like I said, be moving at a pretty fast pace, so it's important that you have a good solid foundation of this stuff. There's some videos in here as well. Most of these are not very long. This one, let's see here, is only 6 minutes. And they're made specifically for this book, and will give you a little more insight into small business management. Then we'll have the assignment. Remember those pre-tests, you probably won't. I don't think you'll be able to see those. Here's the assignment. You'll click Start Assignment Now. And so there are 9 questions for this. You go down, and then there's a multiple choice question. There's a bunch of those. Okay? I think this is actually the same question over and over again, so you don't have to read through it each time. I believe that's the case. And then there's the post-test, and that's going to give you an opportunity. You click Start Now, and it'll take you through a quiz. Okay, I don't want to hit Start because it'll show you what the answers, or I'm sorry, what the questions are ahead of time. Please take note that there are different views up here. There's this view. This shows you your week view. This unit view shows that this isn't very helpful because we're not going to necessarily follow this unit by unit schedule here, so that might just confuse you here. And then this one shows you all the different things that you're going to be doing in the due dates. I think really the weekly view would probably be the best one for you to check out. You can see here in week number 2, look, there's chapter 2, but we have to scroll down here, and then there's chapter 3. I know it seems like a lot, like I said, but we're cramming 16 weeks into 8, so it's going to be a little intense, but definitely doable, and I'm sure if you stick with it and make sure you don't miss any work, you'll do just fine in the class. Take a look over here. There's all sorts of things here. You can search for things. There's the full ebook. There's a glossary there. This tells you the progress that you're making. If you learn better by having this read to you, you can check that out. Flashcards, Webster's Dictionary, and on and on. There's even more. Let's see what's this. RSS feed. You can make notes here. And a couple other different things, my contact, flash notes. So feel free to click around in that stuff and see if there's anything there that helps you based on whatever your different learning style is. So like I said, we have a book, we have videos, it will read it to you. So everything's here. You just have to figure out what works best for you and make sure that you stick to a good schedule. And with these online classes, it's easy to get behind if you're not, maybe you have to, you don't have to come to class physically, so maybe you just need to have like every Wednesday night be your schoolwork night or something like that. Let's go back to the class again really quickly. At any point, you'll be able to check out your grades and see how you're doing in the class. Like I said, it's really fast, and you're going to regret any zeros that you get. And in addition, it's really easy to overcut in such a small a course that meets so few times. There are only 8 meetings that we make, and you must attend 80%. So don't get behind, do well. I'm here to help you. Please let me know. I'm always just a phone call or an email away, and I hope that you enjoy your summer. Thank you.